Hello, fellow humans. This is my first ever selfie video post. I tried my first selfie video last night. My thoughts were scattered, it was too long and in need of work. So I made some bullet points of what I need to say, so hopefully this will not be too long-winded. I've been flooded with thoughts and emotions since Sunday's unthinkable tragedy, and I have a few things I need to say. Our society is spiraling out of control. We've been hearing of these mass shootings so often and for so long now that we've become numb to it. It's easier to ignore the problem and pretend it doesn't happen than to face it, especially if we don't know how to stop it from happening. I'm not blaming anyone. I wouldn't know who to blame. What I do know is we're a broken society. Something we're doing or things we're doing are damaging us. And it doesn't appear anyone knows how to fix it. Should we have been naive to think it couldn't happen here in rural Nova Scotia, Canada? We can only blame the murderer for what happened. The murderer and our society for letting this type of unexplainable act happen over and over again without a solid plan or evidence that we even know how to fix us. I'm one of those people who had turned a blind eye to these terrible massacres in the past. I didn't like thinking about it. It's something I can't wrap my mind around. I keep feeling so bad for all of the innocent people and their families who are dealing with this tragedy. I'm disgusted that I even know the man's name and what he looks like from pictures online. You all know me, or at least who I am, or now you do. I'm generally quiet, soft-spoken, a bit passive. Normally, I don't like to ruffle many feathers. The events on Sunday have shaken me up. This hits too close to home. I have to speak up and say what I've been feeling. I can't keep it in. It's bursting out of me like never before. I need a good night's sleep. I have to get it off my chest. Or at very least, start the conversation. In hope of touching someone who can actually get the ball rolling. Make the necessary changes. I'm not looking for likes or recognition. Somebody has to speak up. I can't risk losing anyone I love and care about to this type of senseless behavior. Those people are all of you. I'm going to propose an idea I came up with while trying to make sense of this senseless act of violence. I'm no saint. I love hockey fights and UFC and red meat as much as the next guy. I just know we need to change the way we've been doing things. I believe we have all the tools. We're just not using them right. We need a different way of thinking. I've always been a thinker, processing conversations and thoughts. I like trying to think outside the box and trying to simplify things. Never on such a grand scale as this, though. But desperate times call for desperate measures. My mind has been racing. I haven't had much sleep since Sunday. My friend who asked not to be named in this because he knew there will be naysayers and backlash, and I get it, but I'm doing it anyway. He asked if my idea was radical. I said, this was before I told him what my idea was. I said, yes, I guess it is radical, but it is an idea. My only hope here is to get people to share this video. This may not be the answer, but at least it's a start. You may not like my idea, but at least it's an idea. I welcome any thoughts or criticisms, along with your idea on how to fix us. You don't need to like. I only want you to think about what I say, how it could work, or how we could do it differently. I would appreciate your criticisms to be followed up by your ideas and solutions. Please share. Even if you think it's dumb and I'm funny looking, please share. So here it goes. I have thought this through quite a bit. Yes, it may seem drastic at first, but remember, this will not directly affect us or our children. We're likely, well, I'll just keep reading here. The transition will be quite easy. Canada passes a law. I say Canada only because this is where we are. It has to start somewhere, so we'll start here. We'll be the prototype, so the rest of the world will catch on and see the positive effects on our society. We can't abandon our broken people. We must help them the best we can. We don't know how to fix them. I know professional help and medicines can work on certain cases. I don't think that works in these types of cases. We need to stop making broken people. Stop it at the source. Our lives are increasingly busy. So many distractions for young minds. With technology, cities, and the population growing, we're losing our forests, our wildlife, our oceans are overfished and full of plastic. The sun is melting our glaciers at an uncontrollable rate. We're running out of space, food, and resources. We're destroying and have destroyed many species and their habitat. This does not end well for us, people. I'm talking about our future humans here. Let's call them Human 2.0. Human 2.0 are children/people who have been taught, raised, or coached, if you will, without all outside interferences, like alcoholism, abuse, neglect, violence, racism, sexism, hate, anger, all the bad stuff we've seen and learned. Imagine a mind free of negativity, never having known addiction, poverty, fear. Human 2.0 would be taught all about the errors of their predecessors, like, for instance, plastic. If you don't know it, you don't use it, you don't need it. Or violence. If you've never been taught violence as a coping mechanism, then it doesn't exist. The idea is to set a date, let's say 10 years hypothetically. Nothing changes for us. We just know that we have 10 years to prepare for the change. If you want to reproduce, you can. Same as we always have. Nothing changes. We just know that in 10 years, the law will change. After the law has changed, if you wish to have a child or children, you will be required to register for a child permit. A child permit gives you the right to reproduce. Child permits will be expensive, for less chance of poverty and abandonment. So once you've given birth to your child, the child will stay with its mother for the required amount of time for breastfeeding, nurturing. Then your child will join the other children. The children will primarily live at the academy. Regular visits and family outings are encouraged. It's not a prison or boarding school. This will be their home until they complete their coaching. You will be as involved in your child's life as much as you want to or can be. You need to be able to pay for your child to live, learn, and grow at the academy. Your child will be taught love, kindness, respect, empathy, friendship, basic life skills, art, music, athletics, all the great things humans are capable of, while never learning negativity, hate, or anger. All the bad things their predecessors knew. These teachers are called life coaches. These coaches are highly trained. They will live with and care for your children while they're being prepared for life. These coaches will need to be our superstars. The children are our futures. Our future depends on them. When your child is coached and ready, then you'd have the option for your child to live with you, if that's what works best. Remember, this human 2.0 is going to be smarter and likely better at everything than we are. Also, the child will have been guided in the direction of their passion and their choosing. They may not want or need to live with you when they get out, as they will be totally self-sufficient. The benefit of this for you to recreate is that this human 2.0 will be your caretaker when you need care. It's an investment in your future, our future, and it's a step in the right direction for the human race. I can't see how this doesn't work. And tell me what other option we have. We're running out of time. There are a lot more details to this plan, but that's the gist of it for now. Let me know your idea. And please share this video. Peace.